Eagles start the fourth quarter the way they left the third. Nealman, Perry, Cresswell, Green, and who's that, Harry Allen? Harry Allen come back in the game for, I believe that was Willie Anderson. So the Tigers with a tall order at hand here. Cross-court pass, inside. Nice pass off to Kenny, but blocked.
That was Derek Perry is so quick off his feet. He went to block the first shot, came back down, went over to Tunkhannock's center and blocked his shot. Shows you the athleticism of Norristown.
Thrown away by Bob Brown. Norristown taking over. Just underway in the fourth quarter of this opening round state tournament game. Norristown spreads the floor now. Looks in, has Nealman open in the post. Allen, wheels. Off the glass.
Baby, that was a tough shot, boy. I tell you, but it was a pretty bank though. That was by Harry Allen.
There's one that didn't get blocked.
Nice high-low play by Tunkhannock.
Back in the game for the Eagles, Mark Palumbo checks in for Brian Nealman. Also, Alfonso Giddens in for John Cresswell. So Coach Cresswell able to use some of the subs here tonight in the lack of having Condi Bates around, using some of his reserves in order to get some playoff experience, which they could need in subsequent games. Harry Allen to Palumbo. Flat on the shot, shoots an air ball. Mark didn't explode very much on that. Flat with the legs, Joe. Wasn't ready to shoot.
Now, and there again, Norristown is not utilizing the middle. The middle is wide open. You have the guys still taking three-pointers with a 19-point lead. They don't really need a three-point shot right now.
Bob Brown open underneath. However, has got to shoot over a lot of outstretched Norristown defenders. And the Eagles turn it back over. Tunkhannock with the ball. Again, Brown, baseline. Looks for somebody in the middle, but no one there. And Allen can't get it to go. Again, missed opportunity. Tunkhannock may not come back this game, but again, one of the things hurting the Eagles.
Well, see, that's what Norristown does to themselves. A team is never really out of it against Norristown because they continue to give the other team opportunities. Quick shots, turnovers.
Palumbo can't get it to go, although Allen blocked. But there's Perry. Too many rebounders for the Tigers to cope with.
Definitely too many rebounders.
I tell you, Jeff Flood has had his hands full all night. He's had a double team in his face the whole game.
These guys are not giving up, though.
Scramble on the floor. Flood comes away with it. I think that'll be good. Goaltending. Tunkhannock draws within 15. This is exactly the point where the Eagles are either going to have to step on the Tigers and put them away.
It seems like we've gotten into showtime already, but it's not really time for showtime. Norristown has not locked this game up yet, and they're letting Tunkhannock right back in the game. Beautiful pass, though.
Well, that time you mentioned the middle being open, Joe, and Harry Allen went right for it that time. Drew two defenders. Of course, hit Perry with the behind the back pass. Nice drive by Bob Brown.
Nice drive. That was a pretty drive.
4 minutes, 21 seconds to go. 60-45, Norristown. Harris got to watch himself.
Yeah.
That's 4 fouls on Allen.
Seems lately Norristown has not had that killer instinct to put a team away. The team is still down by 15.
For 3.
Make it 12.
4 minutes to go. Half the fourth quarter left. Tunkhannock getting after it now, and John Cresswell's ridden by Jeff Flood. He'll be called for the foul. I think that's Flood's first of the game.
Tell you, Mark, Norristown has to find a way to milk some of the time off the clock, just a little bit, to take the other team out of the ball game.
Well, they look like they're throwing it around here. Maybe they're doing just that. John Cresswell sets a pick for Anderson. Looks into the post to Giddens, uses his body.
See? That's a wonderful shot. They took a little time off the clock, and they got 2 points out of it also.
Tigers up quickly to Lipinski on the baseline. Goes over the rim, and Anderson pulls the board.
He pulled it out. I really liked how he stopped his momentum and pulled the ball out.
That's a timeout by Norristown. It's precisely the point in the game in the district final where Upper Merion mounted their comeback. I think John Cresswell called that timeout to make sure that doesn't happen again.
Yeah, it was a good timeout. Like you said, I think he realized the situations were similar. He wanted to make sure Norristown knew that they had to protect this lead. They don't want to let Tunkhannock back in this ball game.
Now on the other side, what can Tunkhannock do? I mean, with 3 minutes to go, do they exclusively go for the three-pointer at this point, or do they foul right away?
If they scouted the last game Norristown played, they'll take the three-pointer, and of course they'll foul Norristown, because Norristown, I mean, for the whole year is only shooting 50%, as a team. So that would probably be a good strategy. And then, and they want to take some time off the clock. They want to stop the clock too, so they can have enough time.
Well, Allen didn't want to take any time that time. They get a break, and Tunkhannock knocks the ball out of bounds. Norristown retains possession.
It seems like Norristown takes better shots in the first 3 quarters.
That's a high percentage shot.
But what better shot can you take than that one?
Pump fake by Flood. And Bob Brown called for walking steps. Norristown will come back out of bounds on the side.
I tell you, Mark, aside from the fact that he's a good basketball player, he's just a wonderful athlete, Derek Perry. He can really get up the floor. That was not only a good basketball play, but it was an athletic play on his part.
No look pass to Perry. Bounces it to Alfonso Giddens. Oh, Perry changed Brown's shot. Lipinski comes with the follow. Coming up on 2 minutes left in this game. Norristown up 16. Harry Allen will get 2 from the stripe.
Mark, it's obvious that Tunkhannock does not have a player like Larry Mayo who can take over like he did against Norristown in the fourth quarter. I don't think that Norristown is too worried too much about Tunkhannock at this point. But the same thing seems to be happening to Norristown in a lot towards the end of the game. When they get playing number 1 seeds from other districts, they're going to have to handle the ball a little better.
Stripped away by Giddens. Cresswell gets the loose ball. Harry Allen, triple team. Gets it stolen. And Jeff Flood strong to the basket. Nice move by Jeff.
That was a really careless pass by Harry. He has to take his time and make his pass a little more crisp.
Shovel pass by Anderson to Giddens.
Beautiful pass by Willie Anderson.
I tell you, after a scoreless first half, Alfonso Giddens has really made his presence felt on the inside. He's got his 10th point of the game.
But you know, Mark, the basic difference between this game and Norristown's last game is they're coming down now and they're scoring points. They're not making empty attempts at the basket like they did against Upper Marion. They're coming down and they're converting.
Well, we got 1 minute, 8 seconds to go in this game. Norristown with a comfortable 20-point lead, 72-52.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's too worried about Tunkhannock coming back and overtaking Norristown tonight. But there again, Norristown still has to show teams that they can hit the free throws late in games.
Well, the Eagles finish, at least finishing now the way they started the game. Cresswell, Anderson, Allen, Perry, and Giddens. Looks like that's the way they'll finish up tonight unless Coach Cresswell substitutes. Again, Willie with the nice steal cannot convert on the fast break. Another steal by Allen. Another turnover.
You know, Mark, this goes to show you how dangerous a team Norristown can be. They haven't played particularly well tonight, but they have a 20-point lead in the first round of the state playoffs.
Well, that'll do it for Derek Perry tonight and Al Giddens. Of course, Al Giddens finishes with 10 points. Perry, after an 11-point first half, made 7 field goals and 2 foul shots the second half for 16 points.
Norristown was just hit with a technical for having 6 guys on the court.
A little confusion there as they substituted. Derek with another fine game tonight. They need 20-plus points from him in all these playoff games. It's 27. Check that, 27 points for Derek.
You know, Mark, but you really don't notice Derek until he makes a fantastic play like he did on the slam dunk. He just glides around and gets his points. He blocks a few shots, and at the end of the game, he always ends up with 20 to 25 points.
In the game for the Eagles, Tim Nguyen and Brian Nealman returns. 72-54, 28 seconds to go. Cross-court pass. And Tim Nguyen will get a chance to get in the books, I guess. So no, check that. The Eagles not in the bonus. Will take the ball out of bounds with 24 seconds left in tonight's opening round game of the PIAA state playoffs.
Mark, the one thing for sure, when Norristown plays the next game, it'll definitely be a tougher opponent. You know, we're getting down to just the best teams in the. We're getting down to the best teams in the state right now, so you can rest assured that Norristown will have a tough game in the next game.
12 seconds left. Tunkhannock inbounds the ball. The Eagles still out there fighting. This is a good sign. celebration point at the buzzer.
Oh, baby.
That'll do it here from Wissahickon High School. Joe, I tell you, you got to give the Tigers all the credit in the world. They came in here, they gave it a shot, came out with enthusiasm, held tight for the first half, but the talent of the Eagles was just too much.
Norristown had too many athletes again for Tunkhannock to handle. Like you said, they came out and gave it a valiant effort. But in the end, Norristown's talent won over once again.
Leading scorer for Tunkhannock tonight was Ken Kinney, their 6'5" center, with 16 points tonight. And of course, I believe Derek Perry led all Norristown scorers with 11 in the first half and 16 in the second half. That's 27 points for Derek Perry.
And you know, it didn't seem like he scored that many points, but he always seems to come out with a big game point-wise.
Okay, well, that'll be the end of the season for the Tunkhannock Tigers. They'll finish the season with a 14-11 record. But for Norristown, they'll advance next Wednesday, the second round of the state playoffs. I'm not sure they're sure of who the opponent's going to be. It'll probably be next Wednesday night. The Eagles up their record now to 26-2 on the season.
And they're still having a fine season, even though they lost the district championship. They're still having a fine season, and they have a really good shot at the state finals. Norristown has a team that can really go far.
Okay, so that wraps it up from Wissahickon here. We'd like to thank a few people tonight. Our statistician, Anthony Proieto, for doing such a fine job spotting and with statistics. Our cameraman, Paul Bronson. And director, of course, Tony Coyle. This is for Joe Hadrick. This is Mark Werkheiser saying so long here from Wissahickon High School.